Survivors, happy new year. 2023 is a pretty big year for the ARK franchise. We're talking about the animated series, the survival of the fittest, ARK 2, Nintendo Switch, maybe even mobile, maybe even ARK 1 and PixARK. There's almost something for everyone to look forward to this year. In this video, we're going to be looking at each of these and what is to come. So the animated series is finally arriving. Yes, it got pushed back, but we got a pretty decent 4-minute trailer showing lots of action on the island with loads of the characters we've been waiting to see and hear. We got to hear a lot more than just Helena and Rockwell. We've also been told that we won't have to wait long into the new year to see the animated series and to get the announcement revealing the partner involved in streaming it and the release date. We've also been told that Season 2 will be releasing in 2023 as well, likely towards the back end of this year. Also, no details yet on whether it will be weekly episodes or an ARK binge fest, but the animated series is likely to be one of the first big updates for the ARK franchise in 2023. The Survival of the Fittest, ARK's latest new game mode, redesigned from the ground up to be a proper battle royale with dinosaurs. This released at the very back end of 2022, but there is going to be so much more coming for it in 2023. The Survival of the Fittest is itself pretty much an early access game mode. Similar to how ARK was back in 2015, this will be getting regular updates and balance changes as more and more people get to experience the game and provide their feedback. Being a very different style of game from ARK Survival Evolved and the original Survival of the Fittest, this provides the opportunity for a lot more people to test out the game mode out of curiosity to see how the game works and provide their thoughts directly to the developers. We should also be seeing the Survival of the Fittest coming to Xbox and PlayStation in the new year, hopefully not too far into the year, to not only increase the player feedback but also give console players a game mode that they have asked for so much over the past few years. Although it is a different style of mode from before, there will still be a lot of console players jumping in to try it out, and not to mention at some point hopefully coming to the Switch as well. Speaking of the Switch, this is going to be a massive year for the platform. Having already relaunched with Scorched Earth and Aberration, the Switch is expecting to get Extinction, Genesis 1 and 2 along with all of the free community maps by the end of June this year. Although that deadline is not set in stone, this is when Grove Street have said they plan to have all content released on the platform by. And not only that, all of the events are coming to the platform in 2023, something which is ending for all other platforms. So considering the Switch got nothing for 4 years, now getting the majority of the ARK content this year is a really welcome move. ARK 2, the main element of the ARK franchise that people are waiting anxiously to find out more about. With 2022 being a surprisingly underwhelming year in regards to ARK 2 reveals, gameplay, even simple news, it is very hard to even predict what we may see in 2023 regarding this title. What we have been told by the developers is the fact that the next time Studio Wildcard show or talk about ARK 2, it will be gameplay. This to me, assuming they stick to this, means we will see gameplay in 2023. I just don't see them not talking at all about the game for the entire year. But in terms of release, we remain none the wiser. The only glimmer of a release target was provided by Microsoft when they displayed their Game Pass showcase, listing ARK 2 as one of many titles targeted to release in the first half of 2023. It is important to note here that being targeted to release in the first half does not provide any assurance that it will. It is simply a release target. There are going to be plenty of gaming events throughout the year, with a rumoured Xbox event possibly happening in January, but unless Wildcard confirm they will be at any of them, it is best to temper expectations. Do I think ARK 2 will release in 2023? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. But I don't expect it before Q3 at the earliest. And I'm thinking it is likely it will drop in Q4 2023. But let's not forget, ARK 2 will be releasing as an early access title, so the game doesn't need to be a completely finished product for it to come out. ARK Mobile. There's not much to say about ARK Mobile. Similar to the Switch, it got neglected in terms of content and updates. The developers, Grove Street Games, moved over to redevelop the Switch version and work on ARK 2. So where does that leave the mobile version? Well, there's a very small glimmer of hope that ARK Mobile might see some activity this year. Back in December, there was some chatter on the ARK Switch Discord, where Uncle Grove from Grove Street said hopeful to do more ARK Mobile next year, but nothing to talk about right now. Switch is still main focus. However, over on the ARK Mobile Discord earlier in December, they did say, "We probably aren't going to update it, but we'll still make an announcement about what happens next once we have that information." So of course, with the ARK content due to be released on the Switch by the end of June this year, there is a possibility that mobile could see something in the second half of the year, possibly bug fixes. But what that could be is unclear at this stage. It could turn into nothing, considering Grove Street will also be supporting on ARK 2 development. So again, temper your expectations on that one for now. Similar to ARK Mobile, there's not a lot to say about ARK 1 right now, or what to expect from it in 2023. However, there was a slight hint at something. Now, this could be interpreted in many ways and could mean nothing at the end of the day. However, back in December, there was a post on LinkedIn by the CEO of Ubisoft showing an image from Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. What caught my attention straight away from this was my immediate thought that it was an ARK 2 image, and I certainly was not alone in that thought. None other than Studio Wildcard CEO Doug Kennedy commented on the post, saying kinda looks like ARK Survival Evolved. This then prompted a lot of responses from other people. One lady commented on Doug's post saying, "I agree, I loved ARK, but I wish there was more options for building the houses, more designs." What caught my attention was that Doug responded to her comment by saying, "There is a lot coming to ARK and ARK 2. Thanks for the comments and the validation of our plans." Now, there's a mix of how people refer to ARK 1 in the community. Some people refer to it as ARK, some ARK 1, some say ARK Survival Evolved. Then there's the ARK franchise, which could be referred to simply as ARK. So with Doug saying there is a lot coming to ARK and ARK 2, he could be referring to the ARK franchise. But considering the original comment he was responding to was regarding ARK 1 capabilities, it comes down to personal interpretation of what Doug meant by the use of the word ARK in that context. And then there's PixARK, the long forgotten Minecraft style ARK game published by Snail Games. This title got a free surprise DLC expansion drop late December. This expansion pack provides a water-based adventure. Considering the game got its last free DLC in 2019, it was a bit of a surprise to suddenly see Snail Games tweeting about this last month. With there being such a long time between DLCs, it is unlikely there will be anything new in 2023, but it does show there is still content being worked. So those that do love to play ARK will be able to enjoy this new content as they head into the new year. Survivors, that is everything we're expecting to see or hear about in 2023 regarding the ARK franchise. There is a lot going on, and I think there is a lot to see this year, with the biggest question being, will we see ARK 2 release? Survivors, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all the ARK news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.